Hi, Cardinals. All right, so let's say you've got your music interview questionnaire the way you want it to be. You're ready to send it out into the world or get some responses. There's a couple of ways that you can do this. So you're going to go up to send, and it's going to ask, hey, you want the email addresses of these people? You probably do. That would be a secure way to go. Now it's going to ask if you want to send it via email. If you know email addresses of your family or other kids, you can send it that way. If you're going to send it to someone at Eudora Elementary and their username, they're going to get an email, which, because you don't have access to your email, isn't going to do any good. So that's not the way I would suggest, unless you have like an older sibling you want to fill it out that also has a Eudora address, because as soon as you start typing anyone in Eudora's name, it's going to start coming up. So all of the Eudora users are in there. You can keep the subject line like that, or you can write, please fill this out. This is the message. Now, this is kind of a nice feature to include the form in the email. That way they don't have to click on a link. It's just right there and they can turn it in that way. So that's one way. You can also just get a URL. And this is another way that you wouldn't mess with unless you had a website. There is a link to Facebook and Twitter right here. I'm assuming you don't have your own Facebook and your own Twitter, so don't worry about those. Now, what would be nice is if you would add me as a collaborator. And the reason is that then I can help you with the responses that you generate. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. But down here where it says invite people, you can just start typing Rebecca. You probably can just start typing Killen. Yeah. And I'll come up there and it'll say notify me. You want to make me an editor, push send, and then I can help you navigate it. If you don't do that, I can't really help you too much, but I'll do my best. So I would go to the URL, and I always like to shorten it. I don't know, it's very long. And then now you have something you can put out in other places. So kind of depends on how you reach out to your family. I could copy this link, and now I could go to Zoom and send it to Miss Oliveira. I was talking to her earlier. So now she's got the link. I could put it in a chat, and now she'll get something, or whoever will see something that says, hey, fill this out for me. Make sure you have your settings right, though, before you send it out so that it doesn't block them from using it if they're not a Eudora email address. If you want to email it to me, that would be great, so I can see it. And then what I'm going to do is, depending on how many kids are interested in this and doing this, if I have a lot of these, I might post the URLs up on our Facebook page, or we could make a list on Google Classroom of all the ones that people have done. You can also email it to your parents or get them the link, and then they can email it out to their friends and family, and you would get lots of responses, which I think would be really fun. And if you are sending it to people you might not know super well, you might want to put a place for like their name, first name, last name, how do you know me, that sort of thing. So then when your responses start coming in, it'll send you an email. But like I said, since you don't have email turned on at this point, you won't get notified. But what it does is it makes a Google Sheet. And I'm pretty sure you should still have access to this. So when I go to the responses tab, I can choose where I want these to go. And like I said, the email notification is not going to matter to you. You can download it. You can go to select response destination. So right now what it's going to generate is this new spreadsheet. It's called Music Interview Template Responses. And that's once somebody answers this form, that is going to show up in my Google Drive. So I'm assuming you know how to get to your Google Drive, but if not, you go to that array and go to Drive. I'm assuming you have that function. I hope so. And then it'll show up right there in Sheets. And you can also, if you have a lot in your drive, you might want to search for it. I usually put in the word responses, so it's there. And there's one that is generated right now. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.